give it up to the youth. Loyal to the squad if we win or we lose. It is in our veins that orange and the green running through and through. Cause you know we run it, your squad versus ours. Now they don't really want it. Authentic bitch deep with pros in abundance. Get ready for the storm cause the hurricane's coming. Let's give it up to the youth. Loyal to the squad if we win or we lose. It is in our veins that orange and the green running through and through. Cause you know we run it, your squad versus ours. Now they don't really want it. Authentic bitch deep with pros in abundance. Get ready for the storm cause the hurricane's coming.
What's good, Miami Hurricane fans? Alright, you know what I'm about to say. We got another one. Yes, for 2024. Four-star running back, Kevin Riley. Now, you know that we've been doing our thing. Miami's been doing our thing. We've been doing our thing. But, it's like I said before, this 2024 class is going to be special. It's going to be special. If you think this year's class is special, look what we're doing for next year's class. Now, he's a four-star running back. And he's the 12th commit by the Hurricanes this year for the 2024 class. And on Monday night, he announced where he was going to play. Riley committed to the Hurricanes after talking to them on his official visit over the weekend. So now he's ranked 81st. He's the 81st prospect, 6th running back, and 7th player in Alabama in the 2024 class. So Riley is the second running back committed in the 2024 class for the Miami Hurricanes also. Now, you already know that we got 3-star running back Chris Whitley-Humphreys, previous committed to Miami. Now, Mario Cristobal and running backs coach Tim Harris Jr. have been working on building a deep group at that position for the future. And if anybody who remembers the Miami Hurricanes for the past, we had running backs, stout running backs. If it was a Najee Davenport, it was Adrian James, Clinton Porters, Frank Gore, Willis McGahee. I know it's one more on the tip of my tongue, but just to name a few, that's who we had. We had depth at that position, just like we had depth at tight end. We had depth at running back position because we know that's how we went out and took care of business. Now, you know, also Miami signed 2 running backs for this year's class. 4-star running backs Mark Fletcher and Chris Johnson, which I'm very high on these 2 guys also because I want to see what they could do this year, and I think these guys are gonna get burned. And if anybody know who Chris Johnson is, well, his daddy played in the NFL for the Tennessee Titans, and was one of the fastest men in the NFL at that time. But Riley becomes the highest ranked 2024 Miami football commit, ahead of 4-star wide receiver Chance Robinson. And Miami moves from the 29th highest rated class. Miami moves from the 29th highest rated 2024 class in 24/7 Sports comp site ranking to 23rd. That's not bad. They move up like move 6 parts. Now you also know that Miami had a commit at tight end with Elijah Lofton, who also is another 4-star out of Las Vegas. So that's another blue chip commit to the 2024 class. Now Miami has five 4-star running backs on a 2023 roster so far. In addition to Fletcher and Johnson, Miami has Trevante Citizen, which a lot of us was talking about him over the offseason. Don Chaney Jr. and Henry Parrish, which, you know, Chaney and Parrish was on the roster last year. They, got playing time, especially Parrish. He led the team in rushing. But other than that, with them 5 guys, that's a lot of depth. You add them, that's what for next year. Hey, that's like 6. So just think about it. that the Hurricanes are building something special in this position, and I like the depth that we going with. I love how we are still going after it. I'm telling you, Miami is going to be a juggernaut once they get the way they need to be. We won't be talking about the likes of Florida. We won't talk about the likes of Clemson. We won't talk the likes of the Alabamas, and we'll be in the class of being talked about like one of them. And that's why I said this year, I do believe the Miami Hurricanes win total will go past 8. Now they got them projected to be 7.5 wins this year, but I think it's going to be 8. I give them close to 9. I give them 8. 9 is really a hell of a season. So I still think, we will have a loss with Clemson. I think, honestly, that could be just our only loss for the season. Who knows? I think we're going to surprise some guys. We're going to surprise somebody. Now, we might, if we have 2, long as it be somebody. I don't even want to lose to North Carolina, Florida State. I don't want to lose to Texas A&M either. So we'll see how it plans out. But anyway, with them guys, Chaney and Paris are eligible for the NFL draft in 2024, which that going to leave the door open. And most likely them guys probably will leave for the NFL draft. Don't know yet, but we'll see. Miami is pushing for one of the best running back units nationally. And they pretty much doing everything they can to make that happen. So I love what I see for the University of Miami right now. Continue to go. And this article comes by CanesWarning.com, written by Al Robertstein. So he did this like 4 hours ago on this article. And I definitely will put this article in the description so you can read for yourself. I always want to give credit to mostly my information when I get. So the guys, when they do watch this video or look down in the description box, they know that, hey, I'm thinking of them. So also with an impressive, what's impressive for Mari Cristobal and Harris is that Raleigh, there was Alabama, Auburn, and Mississippi and other schools that he could have gone to, but he chose Miami in that sense. Now, going into Alabama's home country and gaining commitment from Raleigh is really big. It's really big, especially when you go down and like you win in Las Vegas, you got a guy. In which they are looking at 2 more tight ends, but just to go down in Alabama to grab one of their guys, because Alabama, Auburn right there is knocking on the door. That's stealing another guy from Nick Saban. You know what I'm saying? That taking another guy from Nick Saban. And you already know that he's really shot out of his head about this NIL stuff. So who knows? But also Riley did ran for 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns with 203 carries during the 2022 season as a junior. He added also 18 receptions for 182 yards with 3 touchdowns. So that's not bad, not a bad stat. But like I said, Miami is also gearing up. Now Miami do expect to add more commits over the next few weeks. This weekend is the last of the official visits until June. Official visits in June. So with that being said, Miami is now ranked 6th in the 6th best class in the ACC. Only Clemson, Florida State has 11 commits, which are ahead of Miami in the ACC with fewer commits. But Miami is hosting 18 prospects next week, so that's going to be a good start. If they could get half of them prospects committed to them, they could move up in ACC. So. But to me, I don't even see why Miami is like the best 6th class in the ACC. That don't really make sense at all. Because if you think about it, because I just seen it a few minutes ago. Because I just went over it. Just went over it a few minutes ago. Let me look at. Yeah. My Riley is the 12th commit to the 2024 Miami football class. So I don't understand why they said that Miami has the 6th best class in the ACC, only Clemson and Florida State with 11 commitments. That don't even make sense to me, because if Miami have 12 and they have 11 commits, if Miami have 12 commits in 2020 for the 2024 class, then or maybe they count the 2023. I don't know, but they say only Clemson and Florida State with 11 commits are ahead of Miami in the ACC with fewer commitments. So we'll see, but with that group to be led by 5-star wide receiver Jeremiah Smith, who is currently committed to Ohio State, and Miami is hoping to flip him. If they flip him, then that's another good thing right there. So I don't know, guys, but like I said, Miami's still building something special. They are getting a lot of depth, and that's what something Mario Cristobal talked about during the spring game early in the season, that they want to add more depth to almost every position, and that's what they're going out for. Because guys are going to go to the NFL, they're going to leave early. So matter of fact, what Miami does, they add more depth, they rotate guys. If Chaney and Paris leaves, then you got guys that step in immediately, and you can stockpile that, continue to stockpile that, and you could use multiple running backs. You won't have to be settled just for one running back. So, but that's a good pickup for Miami. Another 4-star on the list. We keep the ball rolling. Until then, comment, like, subscribe. Hit that notification bell every time I drop a hardcore video. But until then, salute to y'all. I'm out.